It was. I'm so dead, but it was worth it.
How'd you feel? Oh.
Uh.
I went to go punch him.
It's the only way to play.
Wow.
You tried.
Table. That's good enough, I guess.
Sleep, he's asleep, he's asleep, he's asleep.
Yes.
He's asleep, he's asleep. Get back.
Hang up.
Oh no! The poor Reaper.
Where's he going? Yes. No.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
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 Well, we have garbage.
Yay, we have straight garbage.
It's garbage.
Garbage. Yeah. And they have Dennis.
Oh no, not this.
Oh, okay, we just obliterated Dog there. Oh! Yeah, I don't know what happened between last round and this round, but my aim is on point now.
What is with this Torgord? Man has like no. He has not moved.
He's playing Torb super effectively. I don't know what to tell you. That's how you play
Going to
Torbjorn. Oh. I saw that.
You saw
I did too. I saw it too.
This is not a very good Ursa.
Yeah, honestly, they probably should go back to Ramatra. Hey, they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a sim though.
Don't care, that's him.
They have a widow.
Don't care, the widow. I'm Reaper.
I volt. You ready, Toast?
Sure.
Jericho's dead. Or Echo's dead.
Him is one. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna disappoint Takai.
Go for it. If I really want to, you know what? You know what? I'll disappoint everybody.
I'm out.
I'm not killing that.
Hello, everyone. Oh wait, actually, let's do. I keep forgetting I don't have a stream deck button. I should really do another stream deck button for my just chatting scene. Also, I need to do this again. Hold on. Ace transform. There we go, and then up that down. There we go. Alrighty. In just about 25 minutes, we should be seeing the What's Next panel for Overwatch 2, which will be exciting because we get a look at the next heroes after Malga and then the competitive rework and stuff. Alrighty. Yeah, we're basically just killing time until the what's next panel. I will say though, I've been super enjoying Malga. I played him off stream again last night, and he's genuinely like such a fun tank. Oy. And my nose just. Oy. Let's see. Alrighty. I haven't actually drank Mountain Dew in years. But when I did, oh boy. I probably cut my life short by a few years because of that phase. But yeah, so here's how it's gonna go for the streams. We're gonna have today's stream. We'll check out the what's next panel on Overwatch and then maybe play a bit more Malga while we still can. And then I'm gonna take Sunday off like I usually do, and then Monday will probably be Twitch vs Metroid again, and then Wednesday and probably Friday, and I don't know how many streams after that. We're gonna be playing Risk of Rain Returns. I'm so excited. We might even have Morpheus on stream with me as well. Hey. Oh, speaking of restrained music, let's skip to that one. There you go. But yeah, and I plan on doing YouTube videos and stuff for Risk of Rain Returns as well. It's gonna be a fun time. About 15 minutes until, well, if you want to be technical, 17 minutes until the panel starts. I didn't even plan it that way, but I think it's cool that my overlay, like the lights around my webcam and the display capture and everything, blink on offset times. I totally planned it that way, and that's not just a happy accident. Ooh, Katana Zero is also a game with fantastic music. Nathan's playing Phasmophobia. We got him addicted to that game. Yeah, speaking of Malga, though, like I said, he's so fun. He might be... I don't know if I can say he's like super busted right now, though, because it might just be people don't know how to counter him yet. Because that's how it feels like. Like, even with like Ramatra, when he was actually kind of weak, the first few games, like first day or two of playing him, maybe even the first like week or so, you were getting away with a lot as him, and he felt strong. At least in my personal opinion. So I feel like it could be the same case with Malga. Like, he gets absolutely dunked on by like a Zen and Ana. And also people are finding out ways to like counter his ult and stuff, and I think, yeah, personally, he could be tuned down a little bit. Like he might be a little OP, but personally I think it might just be people don't know how to counter him exactly just yet. So once people actually start to play against him and learn how to counter him, he probably will feel a lot more balanced. Yeah, so just to summarize what they revealed yesterday, and we'll probably get more info on with this next panel, like what's next panel. We have a new game mode called Clash, a new map for that mode called Hanaoka, which is a reworked Hanamura, a new damage hero Venture, and a new support hero codenamed Space Ranger, and the competitive rework, all showing up next year. And they might even give us a date for the Hog rework, because like I said, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be like this upcoming week, like maybe the 7th or something. Because we had the mid-season patch on the 31st, so I feel like an extra week is enough for them to get their balance changes and stuff they wanted done. I still don't understand why the rating things for those jitter. All right. 10 minutes, roughly. Oy. Turn on my space heater. One sec. There we go. Intense violence. I'm gonna skip ahead here. The music playlist. Oh, my nose. Ay, ay, ay. So confused by the tweet Ethan just sent out. Oh boy. Gotta kill time. 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. Aether music. I still think Aether might be my favorite mod of Minecraft. And that is purely because of nostalgia, but... Ay. Ay. See, Overwatch, what's next? That's what we're waiting for. That's coming up in 3 minutes. Do 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 do. Hey. Alrighty. Alright. We'll let this song fully play out because it's almost done, and then we will probably pause the music and unmute the stream. Buzz, swap over.
Partners. Omen, Game Life. Xbox, power your dreams.
Alright, let's see the news.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel Mystic Punch. Redeem points for gaming rewards and exclusive items in Diablo 4.
Probably have to wait for
RTX 40 series and Nvidia Reflex, the highest FPS and lowest latency on PC. Secret Lab, award-winning comfort engineered to support your every move. Experience the ultimate performance gaming seat. HyperX, we're all gamers.
Yes, that's fine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Our next
Here we are.
panel presentation will give you a glimpse into the future. Here's Overwatch.
A new
What's
map?
Next?
That looks like a new map.
Hello, Blizzcon. It's hard to believe that we're already more than halfway through. Blizzcon is an event that I wish could last the whole week. During yesterday's opening ceremony, Aaron showed off a few things the team is working on. It feels great being up here with these brilliant people, working on all of the fantastic things coming soon to Overwatch 2. I'd like to kick things off this session with a quick intro. I've been Overwatch franchise GM since November 2021. While I spent most of my first year as executive producer of Overwatch 2, I'm now focused on guiding Overwatch at the franchise level. Way back in 2013, and early in my Blizzard career, the company made the decision to move forward with a project codenamed Prometheus. I remember sitting in the room that day and seeing the look of wonder in the eyes of everyone around the table. It wasn't about numbers or dev schedules. No, the magic in the room was created by imagination of the adventures to come in the Overwatch universe. I had a similar feeling again at Blizzcon in 2014. I sat in the crowd at opening ceremony, and I literally held my breath as the announcement of Overwatch approached. And as that Overwatch logo came up at the end of the first ever cinematic, the love in the hall felt as close to tangible as I've ever experienced. Since then, we've shared Overwatch as team-based PvP in the original game and now in Overwatch 2. And we also shared stories about our heroes in our
Sorry, just had to sneeze.
comics and short stories. But there are more stories to tell and brand new experiences, big and small, to share in the future. As GM, I'm leading the exploration to push the frontiers of Overwatch and to reach beyond. But today, we're very excited to talk about the cool things coming to Overwatch 2. We're going to show you stuff that's very much work in progress, and perhaps tell you things that would make marketing nervous. But we really
Yes,
want to
good.
give you as much visibility as we can into the future of the game. Before I hand it off to my teammates, I have some high-level context on where we're taking Overwatch 2 and our goals for the next year. We're focused on giving the millions of players in our game each day the very best PvP experience we can. While we'll be mixing in PvE events and modes and progressing storytelling, our main goal for Overwatch 2 is striving to make PvP gameplay more rewarding and more fun. For today, our intention is to focus primarily on how we are aiming to improve those elements of the game that we know are important to so many of you. To go through it all, we have members of our fantastic team here. I'd like to hand it off to Game Director Aaron Keller to introduce them. Thank you.
Like I said, that looks like a new map behind them, like that artwork.
Yeah, so we are excited to share as many of the exciting things that our team has been working on as we can. I'm Aaron, and I am joined by our lead character concept artist, Daryl Tan, game producer, Monica Lee, associate art director, Peter Lee, hello, and senior system designer, Gavin Winter. Okay, so let's kick things off and get into it. Peter, can you talk to us about Clash?
All right. Hello, BlizzCon. I wish I have a Chris Metzen voice. What up, BlizzCon? Focus. All right. As you can see, I am super excited to be here and share some of the content that we prepared, especially for Clash map. So before I jump in, let me share a cool video with you guys. So can we play the video? All right. Is this map looks familiar to everyone? Cool. Yeah, Hanamura is one of my favorite map. We'll talk more about that, but before I jump in, everything we are going to see today is very work in progress. And as a matter of fact, we were making a lot of changes even this week also. So please, look at this, screenshots and videos and concepts, as that, inside of your mind.
That big building in the back looks pretty familiar too.
I think that looks awesome, and we'll talk more about that. Yeah, so our original 2CP maps were absolutely gorgeous. However, due to challenges we had with the 2CP mode, we had to remove some of those iconic maps, from our rotation, including Hanamura.
Yeah, because 2CP was a terrible mode.
Beautiful, like lots of beautiful maps in our game. Yet Hanamura in particular has a special place in our heart for many reasons. Let me share my story. When you are trying to create a world that no one has seen before, there's a little bit of uncertainty and a lot of question, as you can imagine. Like, am I doing it right? What is the world that we are trying to build, Aaron? And as what Chris Messon mentioned yesterday, sometimes very epic thing can start with a small heartfelt moment. And this is the perfect example. I still remember the day that I created this concept. I was walking down the back alley of the Japan street with the Google map, and I got obsessed about a small mom and pop store, and I loved it. And I was thinking, yes, let's expand this world with our lens. It was a magical moment that I cannot forget. Just like that, Hanamura was one of the first locations that really made a team feel, this is it, this is Overwatch. Yes, we can build this world. Our vision of this universe instantly became clear. So after we retired some of those iconic maps, we have wanted to find a way to bring them back, because Hanamura is loved and known to our players and to our characters. Also, there were so many stories that we had developed around this city, right? So, now with this new Clash mode, it was our perfect opportunity to bring, our Hanamura back. However, the big
Actually, hang on. I'm actually gonna get rid of stream avatars for a second.
Making it feel artificial.
We're not gonna run stream avatars during this.
Want to remove the original location from our game. Instead, we wanted to expand the world, because identity is so important in our game. So we made a new section of Hanamura, a street right next to the original map. And we named our map Hanaoka, meaning flower hill. You can picture the image, right? When you play this map, you can even see some section of the original Hanamura, the map in the backdrop. As you can see in this screenshot, there is a famous Rikimaru ramen shop, and you can see the gate right behind it, right?
We all know what that gate is.
That's a famous choke point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you play this game, you should be able to tell where you are roughly. During this process, we also made a few new assets that can hint at the stories of Shimada clan and Hashimoto clan, also Kiriko's yokai group, and many others. So as an example, what you're seeing on the screen, the tiger represents Hashimoto clan, and the dragon represents the Shimada clan in our story. So we created this new wall painting, so subtly melting the story into our environment. I don't know if you can feel it, but every step and decision we made for this Hanaoka map was pretty exciting personally as a fanboy. And I hope this map also makes you excited as well.
Yeah, that joy that... that joy that Peter and his team have put into the Hanaoka map. Really,
and it's spam.
And we're very excited for players that loved Hanamura to re-experience it. And for players that are new to feel that wonder for the first time. All of our maps are these beautiful works, and Hana Oka pushes that even further. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Clash, it's the third new game mode that we've made for Overwatch 2. The third new game mode we've made for all of Overwatch after Push and Flashpoint. I think it's probably important to go into a bit of why we even make new game modes for Overwatch. We think it's really important to always be developing new maps, and we put out several of them every year, but each time we do it, when we build a map for a known game mode, one that we already have, we can only make so many changes to that map. Like an escort map, it's always going to have 3 sections, and we use really hard corners in those to provide choke points for the offense to get through. We try to provide as much variety in those, but we really can't make something completely different until we start working on an entirely new type of objective, entirely new types of game modes. Like if you look at something like one of our escort maps like Dorado, and then you compare that to something like our Flashpoint map like Suravasa, you can see those are very different levels, and they provide different a different type of gameplay experience too. There's different strategies when you play on different types of game modes. There's different heroes and team compositions that you might want to pick. So we think it's really important for us to continue to do that. I don't know how long we'll continually make like a new game mode every year, but we're not at the point where we think we ought to stop yet. And so let's talk a little bit about the history of Clash and the history of 5CP, because Clash has 5 control points laid out in a row. This is not the first time the Overwatch team has tried to make a 5CP map. We originally started making it for Volskaya. Volskaya Heavy Industries started as a 5CP
that concept art.
Prototypes were of that, and we had like 5 control points laid out in a row, and originally we called it Iron Star. These images right here were pieces that Peter did a long time ago as we were working on Iron Star, and I think you did these when we were on Project Titan before Overwatch, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, how old are these images, do you think?
I don't exactly recall, but I like it. It looks cool.
Like maybe 2010 or something like that. And so we even had 5CP maps on Project Titan that we were doing. And we even had a variant of it that was a 3CP map. And when you look at 3CP, where there's like a point in the middle and one on each side, it's almost like a symmetrical version of Assault, or what the community would call 2CP for Overwatch. I'm assuming most of you know what it is. If you're new to Overwatch 2 and didn't play the original game, 2CP was a game mode where there was an offense and a defense, and the offense would try to capture 2 control points in a row. And we had a lot of issues with 2CP that we were never really able to solve. And the 2 biggest ones, they're related to each other. The offense
interesting.
just gets stalled out at the first choke point in an assault map. And the way those
I thought the spawn rooms would be on the last points, but they're on the like E&D. That is interesting.
Sometimes the offense would make no progress in the map, time would run out, they would lose. It felt like the match had like no story to it, almost like nothing even happened over the course of that game. And on the other side, sometimes because Overwatch can be a game that snowballs a bit, the offense would get an early pick, they'd win a team fight, instantly take the first point, they'd all have their ults, run to point B, wipe out the enemy team, and then like win the whole game or the round if it was competitive, and they could do all of this in under a minute.
30 seconds sometimes.
And yeah, in 30 seconds in like the most extreme examples, and it just felt like on the defense, you had like no opportunity to respond to that. Like the answer was like, you shouldn't have one person die very early in the match, you know? And it's like, it didn't work. So we spent months and months trying to fix it, and we never were really able to come up with something that worked that didn't require us to completely rebuild some of those maps. One of the things we did try was we like greatly expanded the cap time for those control points. It's like over a minute to take them some of the time. There was some promise there. It was a lot of fun, but the way those maps are built, defending a point from the defense never really worked. The map geometry didn't really like let that happen in like a fluid way, but we kind of always kept that in the back of our mind. So when we started to develop Clash, we thought of some of those experiments because we knew the community had a love for Assault, a love for 2CP, because when it played right, it was pretty amazing. Like, I really loved Assault. And so we started thinking of a version of it, maybe it's not a successor, but at least some of the mechanics were inspired by 2CP, and so we started working on Clash. And so I can get into a bit of the rules and the way Clash works. That, I guess, was the preamble for the way Clash works. I was a history major. I always go into the past before I get to the future, sorry. So there are 5 control points. And at the start of the game, each team owns the 2 control points that are closest to their side of the map. And the middle point is the neutral control point. That's the one that both teams are going to fight over. For all the people here at BlizzCon, you can think of it as BlizzCon. Point C is the Overwatch World Cup. The arena over here is point A, and the Warcraft section is point E, all the way down at the other end of the halls. The center control point is going to unlock, and both teams fight over that. When one team captures that, a new control point is going to unlock in the direction that the offense is moving. If you've played other multiplayer games with 5CP, typically those have 2 control points active at any time. We don't do it here. We just have one at a time. Every time we've tried to make more than one objective active for Overwatch, the game just doesn't work the same as it does. Like, some of the magic is gone. The magic of Overwatch is 2 teams working together for a common objective, and the heroes sort of like relying on each other to do that. In this example, point D would unlock. If Team 1 were to take point D, they would, then point E would unlock. And if they were to actually go all the way through and capture point E, then Team 1 would win. It doesn't happen that often. It's very defensive favor at that point. It even takes longer to capture as the offense.
Interesting.
So this match starts moving back and forth, and the offense will push a certain distance, and then they won't take the next point. The defense will take it, and then the defense starts moving. So it almost feels a little bit like 2CP, but you're moving back and forth across the map. Each of these points, when you take one, your team will score a point. So we do have a maximum score in there. Sometimes 5CP can devolve into these hour-long matches where nobody's able to push all the way through. That's our early out in this phase where you get to a certain score. We're still tuning that right now, but you'll hit a certain score, and then your team will also win right there.
Aaron, would you say it's our sweatiest game mode yet?
Some people on the team say that this is like the sweatiest version of Overwatch because you do move back and forth a lot. You have a lot of moments where there's a lot less chokes in a map like this. We don't have the same sort of chokes that 2CP did. So there's a lot of free movement back and forth, and there's a lot of cool strategies.
Interesting.
You know you're going to take a point sometimes, and you start pushing your team forward to start just getting a positional advantage on the next one. It can be really fun.
Yeah, something I really like about this process that we were developing this game, not like we wait a long time before we finalize anything, and like we were just like quickly building it and blocking it out and put it in the game and test it and get the feedback and fix it and re-put it in the game. So that kind of collaboration between our team members was very meaningful and in a way very similar to the fast sweetest game mode, the fast pace the game mode. So
yeah, it's like really interesting to think about. Like the team really came together for this. Our team has grown a lot over the years. We have a lot of new people on the Overwatch team, and this is the first time that we've actually created a new game mode from scratch with all new people on the team. Gavin Winter was a part of it. The level designer on it, Morton, he wasn't on the original Overwatch, and so these people like really came together. And it's like this new team, this new group of people that were able to pull this off. I'm like so proud of all of them to be able to do something like this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I like the sound of it.
and we're going to talk a lot more
Ash
about
sounds interesting.
PvP changes coming to the game and heroes. But before we get into that, Monica, can you get into some of the PvE updates that are coming?
Yes.
Yeah, super excited to be here chatting with you guys. You know, PvE encompasses so many different things, and we are working on some really fun stuff for next year. For most of it, we don't have any specifics that we can share just yet. I know I'm a monster, I'm sorry.
How dare.
It's really awesome to see how invested people are and what's going to happen with the Overwatch story, both canon and non-canon, with the heroes and the universe. The team has received some really great feedback from players that we're going through, and we're using all of that to inform how we develop all of the cool stuff coming next. But for right now, I'm really excited to share some major updates coming in Season 8 for Hero Mastery.
Oh.
The thing that I really love about Overwatch is that it isn't just one thing, there's something for everyone. For folks that wanted a solo challenge and leaderboard experience, we introduced Hero Mastery this past September. It's been so much fun for us to see players in the courses trying to top their previous scores and get better, so we're really excited to expand the roster of playable heroes.
Those scores go to the 100th of a second now.
That's too OP. Coming in Season 8, we'll have 5 new heroes joining Hero Mastery. Those will be Diva, Echo,
Ooh.
Genji, Lucio, and Mei.
Interesting. All right. I'm excited for the Lucio one because that sounds really...
Board resets go live with this update, and we'll also be introducing replay bookmarks, so you can rewatch parts of your gameplay and look for areas to improve your score.
Oh, cool.
I really enjoyed Hero Mastery. Personally, as a being a support main, I don't support mains. As a being a support main, I don't get to play the tank too much. Like I wanted to, expand my hero roster, but I didn't have a proper introduction to that role. So Hero Mastery was the perfect opportunity for me to jump in and practice my skill. And especially when I was doing that with Reinhardt, it was such a great moment for for me to.
I already forgot who the 5th one was. It was Diva, Echo, Lucio, Mei.
How to stop, how early should I stop? So that was.
Who was it?
The very fun moment that I had with Hero Mastery.
Are you at top 500 Reinhardt now?
Getting close.
Close. Soon. Keeping with the philosophy of having something for everyone, we don't want to limit the Hero Mastery experience for folks who want to play with their friends or maybe meet new ones in game. For me, Overwatch has been a social game, and we're really looking forward to bringing that into Hero Mastery next year with Hero Mastery Gauntlet.
Ooh.
This new 3-player co-op mode features
interesting.
bots, and all new gameplay that is focused on enemy waves and tower defense. We have some work-in-progress footage up here where you could see the 3 Gauntlet towers, which are our objective points. The goal for the team is to defend the towers from attacking bots. There'll be exploding bots, flying bots, all sort of varieties there. And it's really fun to challenge juggling the defense of 3 towers, the different kinds of bots, and different ways to power up. And so as a result, you want to make sure that you are defending really well in your towers, getting power-ups on all of them. There's airstrikes that you could call in if you're being swarmed by bots, or you can generate healing for the entire team.
This is awesome. As I just shared, I had a lot of fun with the Hero Mastery, right? But now you can play Hero Mastery plus I'm a big fan of a tower defense mode. And you can do that with your friends.
Yeah. And there's leaderboards for this too. So there's going to be a crazy race when this one comes out. It's really, really hard too. It's a great thing.
Yeah, I played it recently, and my 2 of my towers just went down immediately. Gotta practice some more.
I had a really funny moment on Monday. We were doing a stream on J3's stream, and someone in the chat asked, would we ever do a tower defense mode? And I said, that is very interesting.
Interesting you asked that. When Gauntlet ships, we're going to have heroes rotate seasonally, and we're also going to have new custom rewards from challenges. We really want each game to feel highly replayable and really unique, so we're really excited for you all to jump into Gauntlet with your friends next year.
Talk about the news later. Oh, Genji, that's the one I was missing.
Super fun. Okay, so we've heard just a little bit of feedback on our competitive system since we did a rework last year, and we've listened to all of it. It's important for us to hear what you all have to say. So we've been hard at work on a pretty big overhaul to it, and Gavin is here to talk us through it.
Thanks, Aaron. First, I want to tell you about our approach to improving competitive play. So, as most of you know, we have some big problems to solve. We're not transparent about how we construct our matches, how your rank is determined, or how our rewards function. Most of you have all the golden weapons you'd ever want, so giving you competitive points doesn't feel great. And since we launched Overwatch 2, we've had issues with the way players are distributed at our highest and lowest ranks. But thankfully, though, these problems make our goals pretty straightforward. We need to put more feedback in the game about every aspect of competitive that we can. We need new rewards and improved clarity around how to get them. And we need to address the pain points, things like how bad it feels to be on a loss streak.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
We've heard that a lot. We've definitely heard that a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good to have 14 losses.
No. So in Season 9, we're introducing a variety of changes to competitive play. First, we're removing the requirement to get 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive update. Yeah.
Nice.
So, loss streaks would guarantee that you were going to rank down, so what's the incentive to keep playing if you're on one? In its place, we're adding a new page that makes your rank more transparent than ever. Let's go. We call this the competitive overview. With this new system, your rank will update after every match, win or loss. The progress bar at the bottom shows exactly how much your rank increased after this win.
Very nice.
You can see that ranking up to Plat 5 is on the right, and ranking down to Gold 2 is on the left.
And when you hit that, so when you win a game and it hits Plat 5, you immediately rank up to Plat 5. You're not waiting extra games to do something like that. It just happens.
Yeah.
Ooh, yo. That sounds like a great system.
So we call those green arrows below that progress bar rank modifiers. They show why your rank changed the way it did. So, since we want to be as precise as possible. So these are explained in detail by the information button on this page, but an example here is streak. This one means you ranked up even more because you're on a win streak. We'll talk about that smaller progress bar in the top right in a moment, but as you can see at the bottom, we've also added a link that takes you straight to the final scoreboard.
Yeah, and there's also a rank progress. It might be hard to read. It's a little bit small on the screen, but it's right above that bar right there. And right now it says your rank progress is 85%. So you can see you're exactly 85% of the way to the next rank. There's a lot of people, when we get feedback, a lot of people were asking us to bring SR back. It was the system that we had on Overwatch 1. And we did have a few issues with SR, and maybe like 2 of the biggest ones are one, it was a very arbitrary number to just say you were 2374.
Arbitrary. 2374. Everybody knows what a 2374 is.
And it does, like we recognize it does take on meaning after a while for people that are playing with it. What we're hoping here is that you're Gold 1 and you're 85. You're 85% of the way through Gold 1, and that actually has more meaning for the vast majority of players.
Yeah, that rework sounds amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
The difference between a Gold 3 and a Gold 4 sometimes is it's like less than 4 wins away from each other. And so that wasn't necessarily conveyed very well through the SR system. We really like having these divisions in there, and we really want people to know precisely where they are in that division. And so that's the reason we went this way. Obviously, we listen to feedback, the system can evolve over time, but this is where it's at right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we launch Season 9, we'll also be resetting ranks and bringing placements back to Overwatch 2. So this isn't a full MMR reset, but it will give you a chance to make a big change to your rank because your placements games will count for a lot more. We want to do that every year.
Interesting.
Along with some big changes. To our
Oh,
system.
every year.
We want to give everyone a chance to earn a new rank because we'll also be redistributing players at all ranks. Those of you in Bronze 5, Silver 5, and Silver 4 know how hard it can be to rank up in our current system, and we can fix that with the redistribution. Those of you in Grandmaster 1 also know that we have more Grandmasters than we ever did in Overwatch 1. So, as part of this redistribution, we're also adding a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate.
Oh.
We want to update our competitive rewards every year, too. So in Season 9,
Ooh,
we'll
green.
be adding Emerald Weapons.
Emerald
This
weapons.
part's not final, but hopefully it gives you an idea of the types of rewards we want to add each new year.
I need those emerald Zenyatta balls. They look so cool.
Me too.
Oh my God.
So when we add Emerald
Ooh.
Weapons, we'll convert all of our current competitive points into a legacy currency that you can still spend on golden weapons if you want. But to show these off, you'll need to earn competitive points in the new season.
Yeah, and I think what's like really exciting about this, I love the new redesign, but there is this annual cadence that we are trying to bring into the competitive side in Overwatch. And I know when we first launched Overwatch 2, the seasonal reset and placement was very controversial. But this is going along with a whole set of additional rewards, a redistribution of players across the ranks. And we think that that initial set of placements now is worth it to get everything else that we've got. And it's also like a really exciting moment for players to look forward to on an annual basis.
Yeah, every 2 months was probably way too often.
Yeah.
So going back to solving our problems. We know that the competitive challenges page was really confusing, and that was the only place to see how to earn our rewards. So we're removing competitive challenges and building a new page to show progress towards seasonal rewards. We think this page is a much cleaner way to show rewards and the requirements to get them. You may have also noticed that smaller progress bar in the top right again. Instead of our old end-of-season challenges that rewarded competitive points based on your final rank, wins and losses both progress you toward big payouts of competitive points. But just like our current weekly challenges, wins grant a lot of bonus progress. And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks in the match.
Oh, that's cool.
You can see that in the top left.
Minimum gold 1, highest plat 2. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice change.
A lot of bigger changes after Season 9, like with grouping and competitive, for example. We want players to be able to play with their friends, so we'll be removing most of our current grouping restrictions.
Whoa.
To do that, though, we have to rethink how we make competitive matches. So if you're a diamond player and you want to group with your bronze friend, we'll allow that, but we'll classify your group as a wide group. You'll only play against other wide groups. And we'll try to find groups with a similar shape as yours. So if you're a diamond tank and you're bronze support, we'll try to find another diamond tank and bronze support for the other team. No promises. As you probably guessed, the existence of wide groups also means we'll have narrow groups. And this is great as a solo player because you'll only ever play with narrow groups or other solos. So we expect to see some big improvements to match quality for solo players.
Whoa, that's cool.
I'm kind of excited because I used to play Overwatch with my kids, but they're teenagers and they just started getting better than me. My oldest ended up becoming masters, and we couldn't even group together anymore. So now with this new system, he'll have to find another excuse to not play with me.
Yeah, literal skill issue. Is this gives us fewer Smurfs. Since the only way to avoid our current grouping restrictions right now to play with your friends is to create new accounts. So you won't need to do that anymore.
Cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the update on the competitive system. And you can't play comp without heroes. And I know we teased a few heroes in opening ceremony yesterday. And Daryl's team has created some amazing concept art to show for some of those heroes. Take it away.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
There's Mauga.
Creating such a visually unique and beautiful game like Overwatch 2 takes a lot of time and iteration. In the Mauga Deep Dive panel yesterday, the team went through some of these processes, from coming up with a hero idea, to drawing the concept art, to the modeling, then building their abilities, and actually putting it all into the game. We have a bunch of hero ideas and concepts always brewing. And during the opening ceremony, Aaron teased 2 of these heroes, so let's get into them. Next year, we'll be releasing 3 new heroes: a tank, a support, and a damage hero. Internally, we are already testing all 3 of these heroes in their various states.
And more. We're testing more heroes.
And more. And more. Always more. Even though they're already undergoing testing, we aren't ready to show all 3 of them just yet. The hero coming in Season 14 is far enough that we're going to keep that work to ourselves for now. I have to stress that a lot can still change this far out, including abilities and even their in-game models. But here is what we can show you. In Season 12, the next support hero will be released. Currently known on the development team by the codename Space Ranger. She will be our first hero for the Mars colony.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
Thanks, Monica.
Burst Fire Smart SMG.
Show her in action just yet, but we do have some early concept art of what she currently looks like. Yeah. I won't dive into her kit either, but she's a highly mobile support hero who has quite a bit of vertical mobility. To that end, she has no lack of thrusters on her suits and all over her boots as well. And when we say that things are still changing, Space Ranger is a perfect example. Her gun has already changed from what we're showing here. Not only that, but as production moves along, we will inevitably run into other elements on her design we will have to iterate on. When we fully reveal her for Season 12, we can talk about all the changes we made to her from the early drawings that you guys see over here to the final model and the final concepts. So,
cool.
Space Ranger likes battling her foes from air and space. How about a hero now that battles from under the ground? In Season 10, you'll get to play as our newest damage hero, Venture. They are our second and a half Canadian hero. People often forget that Farah is half Canadian, myself included.
I'm half Canadian too.
The fantasy we're going for with Venture is that of a swashbuckling archaeologist. They have an unquenchable thirst for past treasures and hidden secrets, and will go any which way to get to them. And for Venture, that way is often down. Venture uses their powerful drill to dig through the map to attack the opposing team. Because this drill was so complex in its moving pieces, right, and has a lot of cylindrical geometry, Cajun Wang, our senior concept artist who worked on Venture, decided to employ 3D modeling early in the ideation phases, even for the weapon. And now I'll toss it over to Aaron to show you guys some of how this weapon works.
Yeah, okay, so we have some early gameplay footage of Venture from a recent playtest. Here we go, this is the loading screen. We always do those kind of like silly little portraits. One of our artists, Taki, does those before they're ready. Burrowing underground is kind of amazing, so they can like burst up out of the ground, do additional damage, has vertical mobility to it. They move around the map really well. This weapon is amazing. It shoots a projectile out a set distance and it explodes right there. It's really nice to be able to hit people even around corners with that thing when
Interesting. So it's kind of like a Sigma ball.
The dig also, it's like the most important part of this is it makes you invulnerable, you know? So it's like you can't be hit when you're underground. It's a great way to escape. It's also a great way to get in close to players. You pop up like that, and then you have a dash as well. And so the dash, you can do it in the air. You can dash underground if you want to when you're moving.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all around just like a really, really fun
Yeah.
kit to use. We have this
Interesting.
This idea or this goal that we try to do with heroes on Overwatch, and I think we're able to hit it on DPS heroes a little bit more than some of the other ones. But as much as we can, we just want it to be fun to hit the buttons. You know, like move around a space and just kind of have like some joy there. And Venture, I think, is one of those heroes where they just are fun to hit the buttons with.
Hey Aaron, to expand on that point, when I was a playtesting venture, I also literally, just keep hitting, the button, to borrow in and out, without any reason. But, it was a feeling so snappy, just a big shout out to our animation and FX team to, make this happen.
Yep.
So this felt good.
Now we didn't show the ult. We're holding that till season 10 until we fully reveal the hero. So there's more to come.
Interesting.
These
Cool.
are just
Yeah.
some of the things that the team is working on. There's so much more. And next year, we'll like have a lot more things to talk to you about, a lot more things to reveal than we could have just fit here within 45 minutes.
I want to say that improving the overall play experience is really important to us. And this goes beyond just game modes and new heroes, but also how everyone engages with the game's meta systems. So one last thing I want to mention that I know people are really interested in is a set of changes and updates to the Battle Pass.
Oh?
An initiative we're working on for next year is a redesign of the Battle Pass. And we're deep in the process of working through this, which means we aren't ready yet to go through the details. But I want to give you a small glimpse of what we're thinking. One goal is to offer players more agency when it comes to the Mythic Skin reward. Let me talk through a couple of specific cases. Players progressing through the Premium Battle Pass today are able to unlock the latest Mythic Skin each season. But what if you don't play the hero with that Mythic Skin? It's going to make the Battle Pass a little less exciting to you. In a different case, you miss the chance to get Cyber Demon Genji.
Oh,
because you weren't around to
bring
play
him.
that first season.
Wait.
What we want to do is to address both of these scenarios by giving you the option to earn any single Mythic Skin we've ever released when you play through the Premium Battle Pass.
That's cool. That's a great way to bring back the old mythics.
But beyond this, we're aiming to make play in Overwatch 2 more rewarding with a total set of changes to the Battle Pass. We'll have more to share on that next year. Some of what we presented may change between now and release, but we wanted to be as open as possible on what we're developing, planning, or even thinking about.
So basically, like, what that makes me think of is like every season you get a mythic token or something instead of mythic skin itself, and then you can spend those on mythic skins.
Hundreds of employees on our team who care so much about this game and this work, and we can't wait to release it all.
At least that's what I would do.
Yeah, I'll add on to that really quick. This team is made of like so many talented, amazing people, and this is just a small glimpse of everything that we're working on. And even a glimpse of things that we didn't talk about today, like an image of a Peru map that's coming in the future that we also started this presentation off with. And
yeah, that was a new map.
We'll talk about it online in the next few days. Some other Easter eggs in this presentation that kind of give hints at some of the things that are coming next year as well. So thank you everyone so much, and we'll see you on the streets of Hanaoka.
Very nice. Honestly, all of that news sounded really cool. Okay, hang on. I wanna...
minute to take them some of the time. There is some promise. There is a lot of
roster of playable heroes.
The scores at our highest and lowest ranks. But thankfully, though, these problems make our that we can. And we need to address the pain points. Things like
it's
yeah.
We've heard that a lot. We've definitely heard that a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good to have 14 losses.
No. So in season 9, we're introducing a variety of changes to competitive play. First, we're removing the requirement to get 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive update. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, whoops. There we go.
So what's the incentive to keep playing if you're on one? Different than ever. Let's go. We call this the competitive overview. With this new system, your rank will update after every match, win or loss. The progress bar at the bottom shows exactly how much your rank increased after this win. You can see that ranking up to Plat 5 is on the right, and ranking down to Gold 2 is on the left.
And when you hit that, so when you win a game and it hits Plat 5, you immediately rank up to Plat 5. You're not waiting extra games to do something like that. It just happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So we call those green arrows below that progress bar rank modifiers. They show why your rank changed the way it did. So, since we want to be as precise as possible. So these are explained in detail by the information button on this page, but an example here is streak. This one means you ranked up even more because you're on a win streak. We'll talk about that smaller progress bar in the top right in a moment, but as you can see at the bottom, we've also added a link that takes you straight to the final scoreboard.
Yeah, and there's also a rank progress. It might be hard to read. It's a little bit small on the screen, but it's right above that bar right there. And right now it says your rank progress is 85%. So you can see you're exactly 85% of the way to the next rank. There's a lot of people, when we get feedback, a lot of people were asking us to bring SR back. It was the system that we had on Overwatch 1. And we did have a few issues with SR, and maybe like 2 of the biggest ones, or one, it was a very arbitrary number to just say you were 2374.
Arbitrary. 2374. Everybody knows about 2374.
And it does, like, we recognize it does take on meaning.
I'm just writing down all these changes that they talked about.
You're 85% of the way through Gold 1, and that actually has more meaning for the vast majority of players. And also at the same time, the difference between a Gold 3 and a Gold 4 sometimes is it's like less than 4 wins away from each other. And so that wasn't necessarily conveyed very well through the SR system. We really like having these divisions in there, and we really want people to know precisely where they are in that division, and so that's the reason we went this way. Obviously, we listen to feedback, you know, like the system can evolve over time, but this is where it's at right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So when we launch Season 9, we'll also be resetting ranks and bringing placements back to Overwatch 2. So this isn't a full MMR reset, but it will give you a chance to make a big change to your rank because your placements games will count for a lot more. We want to do that every year, along with some big changes to our systems and hero balance. We want to give everyone a chance to earn a new rank because we'll also be redistributing players at all ranks. Those of you in Bronze 5, Silver 5, and Silver 4 know how hard it can be to rank up in our current system, and we can fix that with the redistribution. Those of you in Grandmaster 1 also know that we have more Grandmasters than we ever did in Overwatch 1. So, as part of this redistribution, we're also adding a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate. We want to update our competitive rewards every year, too. So in Season 9, we'll be adding emerald weapons. Now this art's not final, but hopefully it gives so in Master called Ultimate. We want to update our competitive rewards every year too. So in Season 9, we'll be adding emerald weapons. Now this art's not final, but hopefully it gives you an idea of the types of rewards we want to add each new year.
I need those emerald Zenyatta balls. They look so cool.
Me too.
Oh my God.
So when we add emerald weapons, we'll convert all of our current competitive points into a legacy currency that you
sorry.
You can still spend on golden weapons if you want, but to show these off, you'll need to earn competitive points in the new season.
Yeah, and I think what's like really exciting about this, I love the new redesign, but there is this annual cadence that we are trying to bring into the competitive side in Overwatch. And I know when we first launched Overwatch 2, the seasonal reset and placement was very controversial. But this is going along with a whole set of additional rewards, a redistribution of players across the ranks. And we think that that initial set of placements now is worth it to get everything else that we've got. And it's also like a really exciting moment for players to look forward to on an annual basis.
Yeah, every 2 months was probably way too often.
Yeah.
So going back to solving our problems. We know that the competitive challenges page was really confusing, and that was the only place to see how to earn our rewards. So we're removing competitive challenges and building a new page to show progress towards seasonal rewards. We think this page is a much cleaner way to show rewards and the requirements to get them. You may have also noticed that smaller progress bar in the top right again. Instead of our old end-of-season challenges that rewarded competitive points based on your final rank,
I think that's...
both progress you toward big payouts of competitive points. But just like our current weekly challenges, wins grant a lot of bonus progress. And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks.
Oh, right, yeah. Back. I screenshot that? No, my screenshot button isn't there. Yeah.
Instead of just the average. You can see that in the top left.
Screenshot that. There we go.
A lot of bigger changes after Season 9, like with grouping and competitive, for example.
And sorry, I'm just listing off all the changes that they're making for like to tell my friends and stuff.
Instead of just the average. And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks in the match instead of just the average. You can see that in the top left. We're also planning a lot of bigger changes after Season 9, like with grouping and competitive, for example. We want players to be able to play with their friends, so we'll be removing most of our current grouping restrictions. To do that, though, we have to rethink how we make competitive matches. So if you're a diamond player and you want to group with your bronze friend, we'll allow that, but we'll classify your group as a wide group. You'll only play against other wide groups, and we'll try to find groups with a similar shape as yours. So if you're a diamond tank and your friend is bronze support, we'll try to find another diamond tank and bronze support for the other team. No bronzes. As you probably guessed, the existence of wide groups also means we'll have narrow groups. And this is great as a solo player because you'll only ever play with narrow groups or other solos. So we expect to see some big improvements to match quality for solo players.
I'm kind of excited because I used to play Overwatch with my kids, but they're teenagers and they just started getting better than me. And my oldest ended up becoming masters, and we couldn't even group together anymore. So now with this new system, he'll have to find another excuse to not play with me.
Yeah, literal skill issue. Another win is this gives us fewer Smurfs. Since the only way to avoid our current grouping restrictions right now to play with your friends is to create new accounts. But you won't need to do that anymore.
Cool. Okay, so that's the update on the competitive system, and you can't play.
Right. Okay. Okay. So now, I think we're just gonna play some Malga. I think. So let's turn off on game capture, and we'll launch Overwatch 2. Update title. Well, actually, I just need to watch. There we go. Why is the game capture not? There we go. Alright, now we can enable stream avatars. Okay. Get some more Malga. At least I think he's still active. Just double check. So I can... Yeah, he's still active. Available for 20 hours. Okay, so yeah, he's available for the rest of today, basically. Hey, let me see. Game? Oh, there we go. Notice it. Let me set this to 60 because, like I said, for some reason my computer doesn't like when, well, OBS doesn't like when games are above 60 FPS.
Kids can surprise you.
Then I better not be disappointed.
Kids also disappoint you. My mom wants to know if you kept up with the sword.
I also have an idea. Hold on.
Never to wield a blade again.
I'll tell her you're thinking about picking it back up.
There we go. Yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh, that Ana got melted. Ah, the Bastion Diva.
get serious.
Oh, I'm taking that. I tried. I tried, Kiriko. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm just getting melted.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh. Hey.
Finally, things are getting interesting.
I hear that I think that Hans is trying to flank. Nope. Ah, dang it. I was doing work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. I went behind the payload where... Yeah, I can't do anything. Oh well. Yeah, Diva is actually a pretty good counter for Mauga. Yeah, those rank changes though sound amazing. Not gonna lie. It's like it knew who I wanted to play. The new YouTube notification? What is this? Sure.
Knowledge is its own reward.
What's up?
Hello, hello. Another day, another mission. Man,
It's
I'm
never
so
boring
excited.
around me.
This time, I'll roll higher. Sail 5, level 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it up, turn it up.
Oh, I got stuck. Oh, no, Lucio. Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, let's take things up a notch. How's it going?
Misery made none of us.
Ow! Oh my gosh, this team. Oh, our cast says 0 and 4.
Till I say the ultimate's charging.
Good to see you.
Hey, buddy.
Oh. Oh, we're you don't have to deal with the 0 and 4 anymore. Oh my gosh. What does this guy mean by new map? Has this guy not played this map before? That's not a good sign. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that Tracer's just destroying our back line. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that Tracer's just destroying it. Oh my gosh, she's 16-1.
That was embarrassing.
I can't tell if this guy's serious or not. Also, yeah, that Widow's also a problem. Oh my gosh.
Time to get
Oh my gosh. I think that's enough ults, guys.
again till I say it's over. Ultimate's almost ready.
Squish. Oh my gosh. Kiriko was just teabagging me.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Get yourself to the river.
Just a little pick-me-up. Thanks. Start this party.
Ah, dang. I think that might be a game.
Still not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracer was insane. Helios.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
A gun in each hand and a smile on my face.
My sword and your hammer will lead us to victory. If you can't cut them, nail them. Mada mada.
It's never boring around me.
Hold your thumbs, and we'll get through this all right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
This guy was waiting for that. Ah, the echo. Oh, the support's got our Genji. Oh my gosh. There we go. Probably didn't need to use all those ults, but it was fun. Wow, that Lucio wanted me dead. You just keep letting that Mercy res. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Nice.
Maybe one day we'll go on missions in Hawaii.
What's up? It's never boring around me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round. Capture objective. Let us end this.
Oh. Oh. Oh, huge combo, actually. That was huge, actually. Yeah, his ult is a great combo ult. Four and 13. Wow, yeah. That wasn't a great NKD, but alright, Alright. I think we'll probably do 1 or 2 more matches, and then I might call stream a bit early.
Heed the plan. Divergence leads to defeat.
That's Grillby again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Let's not dawdle.
Ah. What are they doing? Why are they holding why are they holding over there? Oh my gosh. Please.
Just like old times.
Nice. My water's empty.
Locked and loaded. Who's ready to get this done?
Let us proceed with haste.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I just got melted. Literally, my health disappeared within a second.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Thanks a lot. Hey, buddy. Hello.
Ah. I didn't realize. Probably should have turned around, but it's fine. Oh my gosh. The ults. We're coming, guys. Stay alive. No, Reaper got off the point. Alright, we're on the third map. Oh. This bro just left. I mean, fair. He has a baby to take care of, but...
Everything's going according to plan.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round. Capture the objective.
This is it. Let's show them how it's done.
Oh, Reinhardt. All right. You know what? Fair. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Let's take things.
I probably had my charge there, but oh well.
Time to get serious.
What? How did he grab me? I should have just gone with the charge. I should have countercharged, but it's fine. Guys, please, they don't have a tank. You guys can push through. See, there you go.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. What? Good lord. Well, there's all their ults.
Ultimate's almost ready.
I know what you're gonna do. Yeah, we'll do the BEP as well. Nice. All right, yeah, I think that's where I'm probably going to call it for today. Thank y'all so much for coming out and hanging out as long as you did. I will see y'all Monday for probably some Twitch vs. Metroid. And a Wednesday. Wednesday's the good day. But yeah, I'll see y'all on Monday. Have a good one, guys. Peace.